Hello and welcome back to the Druidic Stormcloud channel, where we are going to be playing more Mass Effect Legendary Edition, where we're starting off with 1, and we're going through the entire series with the same character. One that was, well, mostly created by a friend of mine. We're going to continue exploring around the area we're in. I want to see everything this cluster has to offer. Because there was at least one planet that we could actually land on in a separate system from here. And that usually involves getting some good stuff.
Message coming
especially
in.
getting some credits.
Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nassana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Alright, so we're going to be going back to the Presidium. This was always going to happen because there were a few quests we left open-ended. That's one we can land on. But we also want to survey all of these. Those can be pretty important later on. Now, what we can do is actually have a balanced team. However, what I want to do right now is to get the achievements for having all of the party members on at least 5 quests. So, gonna have to put up with Ashley. Land on an uncharted world. Now, these always have a little something to discover on them. Discovering that can be difficult, mind you. Or it can be as easy as being right in front of you. The end of that was a bit difficult, but we managed it.
Cover me.
See, armor-piercing rounds 3.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
These are Admiral Croker's men. We need to tell him what happened here.
Now, the thing is, that might be the only bit that we have here. And if that's the case, then it's a bit disappointing, but at the same time, we might be able to... Ah, here we are. There are a couple of other things in the opposite direction. Somewhere over this way is something unknown. And then there's a resource to the south. Forgot that they show up on the map. Let's see, it is further north from here. I got turned around to actually make it. There we go. Now, we need to head this way for quite a while, and we'll reach where that resource point is. Here we go. Electronic skill too low. Okay. Let's try it with a different group. We'll have Caden and Tolly. Now we should have enough to get this. Remembering bits and pieces as I play, it has been an age and a half since I actually played this game, so bear with me as I remember the tips and tricks I had figured out a while back. Like marking a destination to keep track of where you're heading. If this doesn't work, I just have to remember to come back after leveling up a lot. Okay, and with that, we go back to the Mako. And return to the Normandy. Now we're not done in this cluster yet. There's still 2 more systems. I think there were other landing points. Ah, like right here. Now the thing is, we can't spend a lot of time outside in this area. I like having a balanced team too, so and you don't know what you're going to be up against. Now, we can... Oh, she can learn electronics. That's interesting. For now, I'm going to give her a lot of abilities, and we're going to look at the map. Now we have a number of locations we can go to. First, let's go to this resource point here. And remember, we cannot spend a lot of time outside of the Mako. Hostile environments, uninhabitable environments. They are things that you have to consider when doing stuff in this game. Shock absorbers and shield regenerators. All three. Good, good. Now, back to map. There's a stronghold there and an anomaly there. We're going to go to the anomaly first, even though it's further away. The stronghold is going to be a place we can actually enter, and will be a bit of a dungeon type thing. For those of you familiar with role-playing games in general. This session is not going to be nearly as long as yesterday's, but longer sessions like that will happen irregularly, but they will happen. Partially in a bid for me to get more viewers. I will be perfectly honest about that. An anomaly and something else interesting. Controls are really bizarre in this game with the Mako. Rare element surveyed. Something that didn't initially show up on the map. Interesting. Now then, before we go to this stronghold, let's create a save file. We'll save our file. And let our shields regenerate. Small little hack. They can't get to me yet. Now it's down to 3 of them. And that's all of them, and we got some equipment from there. Oh, a Reaper 4! Sniper rifle. Garrus is going to be equipped.
I'm on my way.
Now then, let's see what's behind the door. Also, let's go ahead and go over to our other characters. They can get maybe benefit from a few upgrades. Also, let's change up the ammo type.
Enemy contact! I will destroy you!
No! Now I have to fight through that again. Oh well, I should have saved again after I got there. 100% on me. Okay, let's get in there now. Save. equipment. Anti-personnel rounds. Anti-personnel rounds. And anti-personnel rounds. Okay, we got some interesting items.
That's the last of them.
And we get some stuff. Decryption skill too low. That's too low. I guess we needed 2 tech party members in here. How far are we from leveling up? Not close enough, I don't think. Alright. Quarian armor. Shotgun and sniper rifle. Okay. Okay. Might have just got some equipment for these 2 party members. Definitely a higher shields rating, so let's go ahead and focus on the shields. Okay, and with that, this sector is just, this cluster is just about done. I didn't get those, but we got some good stuff for some party members. And we are getting some decent credits as we go. Last portion of the sector of the cluster. Now then, we've more or less completed the Artemis Tau sector, so let's go back to the Citadel. Now that we're back on the Citadel, we're going to be doing some quests around here. We're going to be taking her with us, as well as Garrus. Haven't used him in a while, and he needs to be leveled up. Highly stable sniper
Equalizing
rifle.
interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Tin Hut!
At ease. Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
Commander Shepard, SSV Normandy.
You don't know who I am, do you, Commander? I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. And the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship and you.
I still serve the Alliance, sir. As a Spectre, I can advance our interests to the Council.
You still know what color your blood is, Shepard? I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
The Normandy is a fine ship, sir. She's served us well so far.
It's a gimmick, Commander. Useless in a stand-up fight. This experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
We'd be honored to show her to you, Admiral.
I'll just bet. Wait here. I won't be long. Commander, I'm not happy.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
Modified Turian style. They prefer commanders looking over their subordinates, rather than in the middle of them. We wanted to see how effectively they can command with that setup.
Reasonable goal, but they should have studied that in a lab rather than on a frontline warship. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits at element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
We can loiter in an enemy system and monitor traffic, or drop infiltration teams on enemy worlds. Normandy can be more effective than the Solarian STG.
Maybe. But that's not the job of a proper warship. We're supposed to find and kill the enemy fleet, not count how many times their garrison goes to the bathroom. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Asari? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment.
Seriously, this guy just likes being
Between
mad.
Saren and the Geth, we have enough enemies out here. Treating other species with suspicion and distrust won't win hearts and minds.
That assumes the hearts and minds are worth winning. That hasn't been proven yet. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
You know, I'm probably gonna have to load a last checkpoint or something.
None, sir.
Very well. I don't agree with any of this, but your reasons seem sound. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I planned. Good hunting, Commander Shepard. Make us proud.
Honestly, that was not how I wanted it to go. I'm being rude about this, I know, and I don't like it any more than you do. So I'm just going to leave the Citadel, I'm just going to leave this area, and I'm going to continue exploring unexplored areas. This one only has 2 clusters. Or 2 systems. Nothing here.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Oh. Ooh. And it's a level 2 hazard. That's not good. For this, I'm going to put Caden. I'm going to put the balance team. I have some bad feelings about this, and I suspect things are going to be not good. Let's go for the transporter signal first. It seems like it's going to be a very straightforward thing. So it's probably not. Oh, and we have a rare metal over here. As you can see, the bar is going up a lot faster than before. We get the experience and credits for doing that. And we are back in the thing. Now let's get to that signal.
There is the wreckage. I do not see any survivors. Careful, Shepard. I've got a bad feeling about this. Get! It's a trap!
Okay, we have a Geth trap. I was right to be suspicious. Is there anything we can recover from here? Nope. Okay. Map. Going to go to the debris next. We have some equipment we got. Chemical rounds, toxic seal, shield battery 3. That's good. We need to get our Paragon points up further to get the dialogue needed for that. And here we are at the debris. Okay, we're going to be doing the manual bypass. Not even a rhythm game. It is a memory. Not even a memory. It's a reflex only. No rhythm, only reflex. Better than a reflex game, right? I know I have bad puns. But I mean, I'm not wrong. Here we go. Turian insignia recovered. Credits and experience obtained. Still a good way away from leveling up, but we're getting closer. And we return to our ship. Another Turian insignia recovered. That's experience and credits. And a gas deposit was uncovered. Rare element. Oh, there's somewhere we can land. But let's first go ahead and uncover some stuff here. Okay, now we can land. Actually, first, let's take a look. With all that, we are very close to getting another level. And honestly, let's get her over with, that way we don't have to worry about her anymore. And we'll throw Rex in just for good brute force. Probably going to have to return to this planet because there's no one with electronics or decryption or anything. So now then, for you, we're going to give you some more barrier, fitness, and combat armor. Hidden structure there, an anomaly there, and debris there. We're going to go to the hidden structure here. This isn't even a hazard planet, so we're fortunate on that. Let's go ahead and save. Level up obtained. Still no increase for charm, but gonna get unity here. Charm seems to be Charm and Intimidate seem to be limited by the Paragon and Renegade trees. So let's got a Striker 3 pistol.
I know who runs this place.
Have you been here before?
No, but I was planning to come here before you and I met. This place belongs to a Turian scum named Ton Actus. It's a long story, but he's got something that belongs to me.
Well, what is it?
Family armor. It's been with us for over 5 generations. Turian military took it from my father's father after the war. Somehow this ass wound up with it. I want it back.
We'll get it back. Now let's move.
Right behind you.
Okay.
Take cover!
Shield down!
Ah! Hi, Marco. I'm just frustrated with how the game went. That's all. Equipment. Let's actually take a look at your shotgun. I don't have anything better currently, so Let's make sure you actually have it equipped. No, you have a sniper rifle equipped? Shotgun. Pistol. Okay, now you have your proper weapons equipped. That is something I didn't notice. Yay.
I know who runs.
Have you been here before?
No, but this place belongs to a Turian scum. It's a long story, but he's got something that belongs to me.
Well, what is it?
Family, Turian military took... Somehow this ass wound up with it. I want it back.
We'll get it back.
Right
Well,
behind you.
What the heck? They... Okay. Hi, Marco. I got your tooth? Is that what you're saying? It didn't lower my experience or anything, so that's good. Hi, buddy. Okay. Now then.
I know who runs this place.
Have you been here before?
It's a long story, but he's got some...
Well,
Turian. Somehow this ass wound up with it.
we'll get it back.
Right behind you.
I got a new armor. A better armor.
Not now, Shepard. Shields disabled. I've got a visual. I've got a shot.
Target not acquired.
Okay. Honestly, we should probably come back with some tech people.
Perimeter clear.
Let's see, what did I get? Some assault rifles, sniper rifles, heavy armor Krogan. Okay. Has more shields, one less damage protection. Wait, do I not have any? I don't have any mods on his. Wait, no, that's. Let's give him armor plating. Yeah, we need to bring some tech people along with Rex here. So we're just going to return to the Normandy real quick. Admire the fact that we have level 9. Then head right back to that planet and bring... Let's bring Tolly. And I need to level her up anyway, right? Okay, now let's get back up there. Let's hope I don't have to fight through everyone again. Actually, that would result in more credits and experience. And at 36,000 credits. No enemies here. No enemies here. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I actually went to press A when I was supposed to press B on that one, and I barely made it through that. Let's go upstairs. I'm only gonna do 2 hours of this.
This is it. I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap. But at least I've got it back.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I might just be starting to like you, Shepard.
Doing things for Rex is kind of important for later on. There's a certain turning point that can change the course of the rest of the storyline. No, I do want to land here still. There were still several other things on that planet, right? There's debris. He has electronics, doesn't he? Not yet. That should be more than enough. Need to increase his combat armor thing to be able to pull off that. Let's go to the anomaly. Just in case I have to go to the Normandy yet again. But I shouldn't. I have enough electronics for most things for now. Oh, the... Yeah, their Mako is the interest point, but that seems important, doesn't it? What is our credits looking like? 38,000. Okay. We're now heading to the debris. But first, a mineral deposit. Okay, here we go. Motorized joints, recoil dampener, and high caliber barrel. All good things. Okay, and map and ship. Before we go any further, I'm going to step away from here. And I have a suspicion about something. Or maybe my memories of Mass Effect 2, where you could get some upgrades, is playing tricks on me.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Alright, so it was my memory playing tricks on me. But we can head down to the vehicle bay. Talk to this
Looking for
guy.
supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
We're gonna sell some things. I need to actually mark junk. Okay. Okay, I can get the Scorpion 4. Oh, that's good. It's just shield battery 1. Actually, yeah, let's...
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Now then, let's also go into each individual's, because we have these. Rex's locker. Right, he gets one of those. Yeah, I'm gonna toss that into the... Garrus's locker. Honestly, I think Phoenix would be better for him. Yeah, I need to check to see if... not so much, but maybe for Caden. I do need to check his... Oh, Reaper 4. Oh, and he gets a... Forgot about that. Honestly, let's give him a Cipher Tool 3. Means this one is... yeah, I want to... I can check his armor too. I don't think he gets the medium armor, does he? My dog is cornering a mouse right now. Alright, let's go ahead and sell
Looking
this
for
stuff.
supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
I will get this. Just as Marco is determined to get that mouse. Dogs hunt mice too.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet our ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage.
Marco.
Something that will forever
Good
change
boy.
our lives for the better.
Did
If I
you
don't, it's like I
did you
failed,
boop the
and that
Gengar
reflects badly on both me
ornament?
and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
There we go. Got some more info from Talia. I'm going to talk to Garrus too.
Good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts. Organs, mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatened? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
Well, it's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. They told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
No. Now that I have my family's armor again, there's nothing left for me.
And so Rex's story.
So long, Rex.
A far more honorable person than you would think.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where
They know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
I haven't heard anything about Kinetics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Canadics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
I'm sure Canadics did what they thought was best.
It wasn't best for us. They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Speaking of our Asari, maybe I should go talk to her some more.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
Well, we don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
Williams and I are just friends, nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
These things never make sense. They just happen, and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. You. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Now, I will pause stream during the romance scene because I don't want to get bonked by Twitch in any way, shape, or form. But it should be clear that the first game I will be romancing the Asari Liara. Now, it's been 2 hours. I'm going to end this here. I'm going to let my dog outside for the last time of the night, and I'm going to be getting ready for bed. Because I have to be up tomorrow morning to play Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis. Hope to see you then. Bye.